Hello, everybody. Today we want to talk to you a little bit about the new Google Analytics.
That's right.
So for the longest time, Google Analytics has been the gold standard of anything that has to do with measuring things on your website, the traffic, where people are from, the devices they're using, and how they're interacting with your website. So for many years, we've used something called Google Analytics Universal. And we're quite familiar with it. We're very familiar with it, very knowledgeable. But then 3 years ago, Google decided we're going to introduce a new platform called Google Analytics 4. And of course, change is always difficult, but at least they gave us 3 years time to process this and get used to that. So, the July 1st, 2023 seems a long time away, 3 years from now, but now we're here. It's within a couple of weeks. So we've been working really hard upgrading most of our clients' websites, especially the ones that we're actively working with. But there's a lot of people that haven't done that yet. So what will happen after July 1st, if you do not upgrade, the data tracking that you're getting right now with Google Analytics will basically stop.
That's right.
And there's nothing else to take it over. So for our clients, we've been running them side by side.
Yeah.
So we have all this data, but that is what this little video is about. So we'll be talking a little bit about, what you can do and how you can kind of solve that for your problem, for your business. So Robert's with me here. He's our digital marketing specialist here at Edge. So why is Google doing this?
Yeah, so a great question, Peter. So the big one is analytics has been around for a long time, but a lot has changed in the last couple of years, especially with the big shift of everything going online. And Google has wanted to get ahead of that. So they've been working behind the scenes to shift everything to Google Analytics 4. And the big reason for that is they've seen a big change in user behavior, how people are using websites. It used to be a lot more people go to the desktop sites, but now we're seeing a lot more, 60 to 70% are going to mobile devices. So Google wants to make sure that it's adequately tracking all that information. And the other thing they're seeing that's different is the multiple touch points, or the customer journey has changed a lot. So how people are engaging with your online real estate.
Yeah. So like before they even get to your phone or email or enter your store, they've done their homework or their research online.
Exactly.
And in a lot of cases, they've actually already made a decision if they're going to deal with you or not. So that the way people interact with the information and the customer journey that they take to actually become clients has changed dramatically. And Google is seeing that, and they want to give small business owners and marketers better information to kind of see where people have been, for example, before they land on your website, right?
That's right. So that could be anything from apps, if you have them, to even some of your social media or any other kind of integration that you have added to this system. You can now track it across multiple platforms under one unified analytics tracking software, which makes it easier for you as a small business owner or as a marketer to understand what is happening across multiple different touch points that customers might have with a business online.
Interesting. Yeah. So then the other part that we believe that's behind this change to the new Google Analytics is the privacy regulations, right? We live in a world that privacy is super important, and all the big players, including Google, of course, tries to be proactive and change their systems in such a way that we're not tracking things that we shouldn't be tracking, but still give marketers and business owners the information they're looking for to manage their marketing.
Yeah, that's right. So some of the things they made some stricter rules for what information we can track about individuals. So again, Google wants to give confidence back to the end user, for anybody using Google as a platform to search for a solution to their problem, right? But in turn, they also provided the business owners and marketers some opportunities to still track information that's adequate to provide data that they can work with and use to the benefit of the business or for the marketing campaigns that they're running.
Yeah, so we're gonna miss a few of the reports. I think a few of the things we're tracking right now will no longer be available.
Yeah.
Overall, we believe that's a good thing because we do believe in the privacy and data.
That's right.
Data, quality. So we definitely support that. But that's really what's driving some of these changes, right?
A large majority of it is. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, what are some of the other features of Google Analytics that you're excited about?
Yeah, for sure. So with that being said, a big one that you can do now with more ease is user tracking. So that means, where they're coming from, how many individuals are going to your website, how many times they're going to your website as an individual by themselves, the devices, the geographical location, the time they're spending on their website. And Google's also made it a lot more convenient and easier to track what events or goals that you want them to do on the website. So important events that are meaningful to a business owner or a marketer are now also a lot more easier to obtain and understand what's happening.
Okay, well that's very good to know, because that's oftentimes what's lacking, right? Like our actual,
Yeah.
we throw out all these numbers. We have so many visitors to our website, but actually measuring what they're doing and how many people are actually converting into clients eventually,
Yeah.
that's sometimes lacking. So setting goals, if you set goals for that, now you can actually measure your success, right? If your goal is to have, for example, have 25 more visitors per week go to your contact page,
Right.
now you actually can measure those things and say, make sure that you've been successful with those. So we're excited about that, and that's useful information for the marketers, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's useful information for a marketer, but also small business owners as well. They can now track multiple different digital tools as well. So that includes apps and even some social media is being integrated into it.
Yeah.
So it just allows more of a robust tool for you to understand what's happening with your online real estate. And you can actually start viewing this if you're sitting behind your desk and looking at the Google Analytics 4 system by viewing the acquisition and user tabs where you can see some of the basic information.
Okay, very interesting. What else? Like the reporting has changed quite a bit too. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. So reporting used to be a little bit more difficult in Google Analytics Universal. What they've done in Google Analytics 4, they made it more of a user-friendly tool. So it's easier to understand what is actually happening and what all those different numbers and graphs mean. And you can actually simplify it and filter it out in a very user-friendly interface now that helps you understand the value of what you're looking for and helps you pick out data that's important to you.
Yeah, so in a way they've dumbed it down a little bit.
A little bit,
in a good way.
That's right.
Still giving the users the information they need, but become less technical and more action-oriented.
That's right,
What can you actually do with this information? And I think that's really important. What about artificial intelligence, AI? Everybody talks about it. Like, did Google build any of this stuff into their Google Analytics tool?
It would be, yes, they did. So which is great because now what they call it is predictive measures. So what it does is it allows Google to look back on previous data that has been coming in through the website and into Google Analytics 4, and now it can tell us, okay, the system predicts you'll get X amount of numbers potentially in the coming months, or so many cart fills. This is still in the early stages, and it's still a fairly new idea, but it's an exciting avenue that they're taking, going down, and that they're allowing business owners and marketers to use for their efforts online.
Yeah, so Google is really getting into the AI game as well, of course, no surprise. I think they're a little bit behind in some ways, but they've built it into Google Analytics, and
Yes.
yeah, like I said earlier, it's a gold standard for analytics. It's a
Yeah.
free program, so pretty much every website in the world should have Google Analytics installed.
Definitely, yeah.
So anything else that stands out with the new version besides the reporting and the artificial intelligence? What's some other feature that you're really excited about?
Yeah, they made it, so the big one is now you can see what's happening online as well. Including how many people are visiting your website, the goals they're completing as well, and also the different devices that they're using on there. It's also interesting the different action points that you can see now, how people are using it. It's just become a lot more simplified and a lot more fluid and value added versus just another software a lot of people didn't know how to use. Now it gives you the opportunity to use it and make it part of your daily routine almost, if you would like. Yeah.
Okay, that's really cool. So, like for the people that are watching this video, small business owners, like why would they upgrade to the new version?
Yeah, so right, it's a clean sheet, so it's nice to kind of start clean with Google Analytics 4, and the new version offers a lot of exciting new capabilities and opportunities that weren't available before in Google Analytics Universal, and it's also a lot more user-friendly to engage with and interact and understand what's happening. So anybody that's looking to, isn't sure, it's a lot more active-oriented, seeing what is going to be proactive and how you can use it to the benefit of your business.
Yeah, so like if you haven't taken the plunge yet and actually used Google Analytics before, this may, like Robert says, it may be a good starting point for you. To just give it a try and educate yourself on using the tool. Now to to implement this, we have definitely some resources available, but you may want to talk to your web developer or your agency that you work with. Make sure that they have installed it, because let's face it, July 1st comes around, and they will shut the old version down.
right.
They will stop tracking any data, and if you do not have the new Google Analytics installed, then of course you're not tracking anything. So that may not be a big deal for you, but I think it's a big deal for marketers as us, because Google Analytics is really the main source where we get most of our marketing feedback from. So we can make our campaigns better and get more business for you. That's really what we're trying to do. So anyway, feel free to reach out to us if you have any other questions. I know there's a lot. We have some resources here in the office we can share with you. And thank you very much, and we'll talk to you very soon.
Take care.
Thanks, Robert.
Thanks, Peter.